This is you, the player, and I've designed this training ground to test out your new in-game abilities as my medieval open-world game, Dawn, evolves. Today's featured mechanic feature is quite revolutionary. Did you spot it? Let me turn it on first. Now, do you see that? This is what I call my dynamic tired system, which I have yet to see something similar in other games. It offers a crazy immersive in-game feel as it dynamically increases your physics as you lose stamina, which creates a tired look. But this system is just a byproduct of a larger base system, which is meant to apply physics to specific actions. Now, this was worked on about a year ago, but I decided to scrap it for a while because it wasn't working 100% of the time, until now. The system's core feature is a physical animation component. It's about as complicated as it sounds. Now imagine animation mixed with physics. So I had the genius idea to create a tired mechanic by gradually turning up the physics as you lose stamina. And if you're not impressed by this already, this component affects the entire animation set. So combat just got way more interesting. Previously, my combat system was undergoing a massive rework, and it's still in its early prototype state, which features a charge state before every attack. After 1 second, the player is able to release their attack. This window is only open for about 3 seconds before the attack is forcibly initiated. The longer the attack is held, the greater the damage, which gives the player more control and timing with their attacks. This system, paired with my tired system, creates for some interesting combat. Since my combat system tracks collision on the player's hands, applying physics as the player gets more tired, the accuracy of your attacks decreases, as you can see by these trails, which gives stamina new purpose and punishes spamming the attack button to kill an enemy. This was my solution to not having repetitive moves that get boring quick, and this is actually kinda fun. And to all of you saying, add a drunk mechanic, I'm currently working on one. So remember how I'm just one person? Yeah, the combat is still being worked on and perfected, and I'm pretty bad at animating, so I had to scrap all the animations that I've previously been working on. So if anyone knows anyone at Rokoko that want to send me a motion captures. But yeah, the combat system should be done by June. In the meantime, I wanted to update the world again, because I thought it looked a little bland after deleting my previous trash trees. So I decided to do some research on world building and tree creation to create a unique yet familiar landscape for the early access part of the map. I divided the peninsula along this line to distinguish the colder and warmer areas. The north side is where the temperate area is, and where the colder tree and plants should be. So I began to work on some carnivorous trees, which just means trees without leaves. Now after several attempts at trying to make a tree look fluffy, I finally got it to not look bald, right? Now I'm using Imposter Baker to make an optimized material version of my tree when you're far away. Now the reason I'm telling you this, so whenever I get closer to them, it does this and I don't know how to fix it. So let me know. Beyond that, I added wind to the 3 tree varieties I decided to keep, and the forest version 1 is looking good and live. This video is sponsored by Skillshare, but more on that later. Now, I promised last devlog to fix these building models, and this is how they turned out. I can now finally use them like virtual Legos and build whatever I want, but I'm not gonna do that. Now, instead, I'm gonna design an area where you could test out your new abilities every month. Look, it's the location we were at the beginning of the video. Now, I didn't update the UI for this month because I'm currently learning how to make UI more interesting and interactive. Now, luckily, I knew a way to fast track all of my UI knowledge, and I went to my friends at Skillshare that provided this series on character UI. It was not only a great refresher on UI, but also taught me some new tips and important methods of coding. This class also begins from scratch and teaches you how to create a complete and interactive UI system that is game ready, so you could easily apply this knowledge to any UI system your hearts desire, and can really learn fundamental knowledge on UI systems. But this is only the tip of the iceberg for Skillshare, because they offer hundreds of hours of expert knowledge to help you in your own endeavors. So whether you want to create character UI in Unreal, create something in Unity, or even Blender, Skillshare has the knowledge available for you. The best part is, the first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive 1 month free trial of Skillshare. Beyond that, I'm currently redesigning all the trees before I eventually forget all my tree making skills. I'm also currently studying AI because they've had a bad case of not attacking lacking after the combat rework, which you may or may not see next video. I'm also obviously animating more combat animations, but alas, everything takes so much time. And on top of that, I gotta make this video. So as long as I get a gorbillion likes, 1 trillion views, and a motion capture suit, I promise not to.
Please
subscribe.